Hey, it's Pam from Ben McFuzzylugs. Thanks for coming back. This is week 2 of our challenge to improve your Etsy shop. And I just wanted to start with saying I hope everyone's doing really well and found week 1 pretty easy and hopefully getting some results. Now, by results, I would love to say that means hundreds of sales and everything, but I find working on your shop in Etsy is kind of a little bit like pushing a snowball. You start out and it's building momentum, it's getting bigger, it's not necessarily tons of sales. You're putting in the work just now that'll improve things. It will start getting better just now, but it will snowball, it will start getting better and better and better, hopefully. So I tend to find that a week or 2 or 3 of hard work on my shop, and then suddenly I get a rush of sales that I struggle to keep up with. It's not a case of I work on my shop one day and I get sales that day. It's feast and famine. I work on my shop for a week or 2 and suddenly I get far too many sales. That's just the nature of retail, of anything. So what we're going to talk about today for our challenge, a lot of people mentioned how good my Pinterest views and everything were. Oh, excuse me. A lot of people talked about how good my Pinterest views are. And I do get a high level of views of Pinterest. So we'll work on building up our Pinterest following and everything this week. So that's going to be a couple of little things to do that only takes a few seconds. So when you're listing any items, think of Pinterest looking type photographs. When you're taking your pictures, think of what looks really pretty. Now we want obviously to show off your item, but you can have more of an arty picture as your first picture and then more obviously showing what the item is further in. That helps for Etsy as well because Etsy is quite visual, but Pinterest is so visual. It's what it is. So if we're looking here, my bookmark like this, my splat bookmark is the one that gets the most interest from Pinterest. Oh, that rhymes. But it's people seem to love it. It's not the best picture in the world, but it's a bit geeky, it's a bit quirky, and that's something that people share. So just when you're taking your pictures, think of things that aren't just standard run-of-the-mill pictures, and then think when your listings are up every day, what we're going to do for the week is look at one of your pictures, one of your listings that looks like it's got a good kind of Pinteresty picture, something that you like the picture. So I am going to go with, for today, my little dog here. He was actually a miniature Schnauzer crossed with a poodle. Looks exactly like what you would expect a miniature Schnauzer crossed with a poodle to look like. And all I'm going to do is pin him. Now I have my own board for my fuzzies, that is Fuzzylug Felts, of course. So just hit the pin button there, and this is quite cool. It also shows you where other people have saved my item to. But and also I have some other boards, group boards and things that might be quite cool to follow. So we've got a Woof Wednesday, so this is obviously dog lovers board, so I'll bung it on there. And let's try one more board. What have I got? Friends with Benefits is a team I'm on Etsy. It's a really supportive team. I've found it to be great, so I will stick him up there as well. So just looking at your boards on Etsy for the best place, but it's good to share in some group boards as well as just on your own board. So now we've done that, I'm going to jump into Pinterest and I'm going to show you 2 different ways that I work on building my following. I don't like spam. I don't like just hitting up things for no reason. And I want to have in the main, this is my Pinterest homepage and I want it to look of things that interest me. So I tend not to just spam anyone and anything. What I'll do is I will go to my followers. I'll go to my page and I'll jump onto my followers here. So you can look at how many you're following and how many followers you've got. So I'm jumping onto my followers and the top ones are the most recent that have followed you. So just going to scroll down, and what I'm looking for here, I'll follow back any of my followers that seem to have an interesting looking profile. No offense, but I'm not really interested in girls with their boobs out or anything. And of the new followers, there really doesn't seem to be madly any that I'm desperate to follow just now. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into one of my followers. Now, if you haven't checked my video on how to find your target market, basically what I'm saying is I'm my target market here. I'm a dog lover, and the perfect market for my items is dog lovers or animal lovers. I also look at all sorts of animals. So I'm gonna pick an account that looks very doggy. So this is Dogs My Beloved, and we jump into their account. You can have a wee look while you're there. But what I want to do here is I'm going to look at the people who are following this dog board because they're more likely to be dog lovers. I'm going to click on its followers, and then just exactly like I said with the other one, I'm scrolling through and I'm just looking for people that look like they interest me. I mean, it doesn't always have to be dog lovers. I could just follow loads, but I want my feed to be stuff that I'm interested in. So if something just catches my eye, I don't want shoes, I don't want watches, but if someone's got a dog in their picture or a cat or an animal, they like the look of animals. If someone's name seems to their account name sounds like pets, or if it's just something that I'm interested in. Like I really like woodworking, so I'll follow them. The same, quite a lot of crafty or food boards. It interests me, so I'm going to follow it just because it's something that I like the look of. And they might well be animal lovers, but I'm not spamming. I'm choosing ones that I like the look of to follow, and I do that. Do that for a wee while. Find boards I like. We'll do this with a horse as well. And so I'm going to dive in again because there's not so many on this one that I like the look of. Oh, nearly missed that. That looks cool. So I'm going to click on. Oh, that's weird. I'm going to click on this wee dog. Looks cute anyway. They don't have a whole lot of followers, so it's just a small account. But why not jump in and give a few followers? I've already got most of the dog people here, but we'll do that. So another thing you can do, this might be a cute account. You can look at one of the boards rather than just the followers here. You could look at boards, jump onto a specific board which has a lot of followers here. So I'm just going to click on that, and that just brings up things differently. Now this is a slightly more spammy way you can do it as well. This is all the people that are following this cat board. Now some of them might not be things that you're interested in, but I'm just going to hit to follow them all just now. And what I can do is later, something's weird with Pinterest, what I can do is later, if the stuff on my feed that I'm not liking, I can unfollow them. But I just go down and follow just about everyone I can get. There's a limit to how many people you can follow at a time on Pinterest. Don't go crazy, but just once a day, come on and follow a few people. And then what we're going to do is go back to your main page and look at what you've got. And for all the ones I've followed, my page looks pretty interesting with things that I'm actually interested in. So what I'm going to do to get more interaction, to get more people to hopefully look at my account, but also because I enjoy being on Pinterest. This is the most important thing. Do social media you enjoy. But I'm just going to, the boards that I like the look of, I'm going to like. And this guy here I'm going to save because I have a board of, if I can find it, ideas, and this is just ideas for me, things I like the look of that maybe I want to make a tiger one day, I want to use something with that picture. It's just a good way for me to be able to find inspiration. I'm just going to go over and like a few pictures. And so that just, it has me enjoying Pinterest. See, even when you try not to, you get shoes. But in the main, my board, what my feed looks things that interest me. So that's pretty cool. And so that's all we want to do. Just every day, just slightly build up a Pinterest following by posting one of your listings onto Pinterest, hopefully onto some boards with other people, by following some people in your target audience, that basically you're following people you're interested in, and hopefully they'll come back and look at you and follow you back, and then interact with some people, pin things to boards if you're interested in them, you want to find them again, give them a like if it's a stunning picture. And yeah, so once a day we're just going to spend 5 or 10 minutes on Pinterest. And like I said at the start of this video, chances are you're not going to see a difference from Pinterest immediately. It took me a while of working on this. I don't do it all the time every day. I'll go through maybe a month, work on Pinterest, and then give it a break for a couple of months, do something else and then work on Pinterest. And it's really helped that people did start following me a bit and did start, more importantly, sharing my items and coming back to Etsy from my items on Pinterest. So it has been worth it. But give it a try for a week and see if you see any benefits to it. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I really hope it's helping you out. It's certainly focusing my mind. Okay, and I will see you next week.